earlier you mentioned being influenced by Bruce Lee. Now, by you having the martial arts background and then becoming the actor doing martial arts, was that a tough transition for you, or is that something that was easy for you to do?
Well, I have to say, because of my admiration, for Bruce and also for Chuck, uh, transitioning from a dancer and a martial artist into acting wasn't very difficult. And that was also one of my dream, although I studied business, even worked in the Hollywood, in Wall Street. But I in my heart, I want to have such a strong enthusiasm in expressing my artistic uh, point of view, and acting is one of them, besides of dancing. So it was an easy transition. I started as a model in New York, and then got a good agent. Started on stage and then got a good agent, and he put me up to audition for Big Trouble. But I can tell you a little bit of a Big Trouble audition. Back then, I didn't even know who John Carpenter is, honestly, because I was new to America. There's a lot of American culture that I still doesn't know much about. But I know he did a lot of movies, mostly horror movies and Escape to New York and all of that, which I've seen, which I thought was very impressive. But when I got this audition, my agent said, you got to prepare an action and then read the parts. I said, okay, fine. So me and my buddy, teamed up and we practiced like a whole week to do this audition. So we went in there and do a 10-minute nonstop kung fu hand form, means hand combat into weapon combat for 10 minutes. And John loved it so much, he stood up and said, this is the best audition I've seen. So then I read for the part. 2 weeks later, we got an offer. I said to my agent, what is the offer? They said, well, they offer you the part of Lightning. I said, Lightning. Well, that wasn't the part that I auditioned for. They say, it doesn't matter. You didn't get the main part, but you get the Nemesis Lightning. I said, okay. But then I got another offer on the same week on General Hospital. General Hospital was a daytime soap opera, they call it. Offering very good money, and my agent said, you got to take this because that would take you from New York to Hollywood and you'll be a feature film actor. So I took his advice, flew over to LA, and of course, everything was history from then on. From then on, I do all the movies and TV series, Nasty Boys. And so definitely the transition was not very difficult. It was done within 1 year, from a model to actor. And I've done tons of commercial also, from milk to men's shaving. I can't even remember. European cigarette campaign, which I remember clearly. Philip Morris and West Cigarette. Again, that's my other claim of fame. I'm the first ever and the only ever Asian celebrity to do cigarette campaigns in Europe, Germany, France, and also throughout Europe. So that's what I've done, transitioning from modeling to being an actor.
Wow, that's amazing. I gotta give you your props, man. You really, really played that role. You know what I'm saying? You planted a major seed because I seen like even I don't know, you probably heard this before, like your character may have been the influence for like Raiden on Mortal Kombat and other cartoons and action figures and stuff like that.
It's very true. It's very true. A lot of fans calls me, oh, you are the man. So you are the man that played the Lightning that inspires Mortal Kombat. What's his name? Raiden. I say, yes, I am the granddaddy of Raiden. And indeed, the person, Daniel Pacina is his name, him and his brother that did a lot of action for the original Mortal Kombat video game. They do the action and all of that. They don't show their face, of course. They said, we took it from you, Lightning, to inspire us to do the Raiden action. So you are our man. I said, thank you very much. So yes, Mortal Kombat is also a big movie, what do you call it, a series. Too bad they didn't come and ask me to do a part in it. I don't know why they didn't ask me. Maybe I was busy with something else, but it's such a long time ago, I can't remember. I wish I was in it, but you never know. They're still doing the new ones. Maybe this year or next year they invite me. Yeah, so I can combine Raiden and Lightning together. That would be fun, right? fighting one each other with the one person only plays two parts. It will be fun. Yeah.
Man, that would be awesome. I could see that happening. You know, you speak stuff into existence, man. So I don't know if you had that conversation with anybody else, but I'm glad you shared that with me.
Well,
And
you
let
know,
me see.
I like to share
No,
my bits and pieces of my past with my fans and audience. Yes.